BIGVU teleprompter, create videos you're proud of. Easily trim your video by selecting the words where you want to start and end. Color your presentation with automatic subtitles and highlighting keywords. Add your brand logo. Add music for an emotional touch. Add your contact info on an animated business card on all your videos. Easily replace green screen with an image or a video loop. Stand out with a web page with your logo, your video at the center, and personalized button for visitors to interact. It's one tap to simultaneously upload your videos on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Always know what to say next with the BIGVU teleprompter.
Hello! It's nice to see everybody and welcome to our latest BIGVU workshop. This one is how to create an engaging corporate video. And as we know, video is everywhere and it is a necessity in our businesses these days. My name is Sharon Delaney McLeod. I'm your host today. And before I introduce our amazing guest, I want to remind everybody to put your questions in the chat. And speaking of the chat, let's see where everyone's coming in from. Let's see. We have Mimi coming in from Riyadh. We have folks coming in from Sweden and Oregon. Where else are you all joining us from? I am on the East Coast of the United States in Raleigh, North Carolina. And I'm delighted to have you all joining us from Memphis, Tennessee. Hey, Jerry, good to see you. Lots of people getting started. And let's see, Canada. So all over the place in lots of different time zones. Speaking of which, our special guest today is joining us from Spain. So certainly a different time zone. Oh, we got Detroit in the house. Hey, Robert used to live here in the Raleigh area. We got folks from France, from Cape Canaveral, Austin, Texas, San Francisco. I love it. All right. So without further ado, let me tell you about our guest today. You are in for such a treat. Get your pen and paper ready because you're going to be taking notes like mad. All right. So Danielle Huard is an accomplished chef, makeup creator, and art director with more than 35 years of experience working in some of the biggest film projects and television shows that all of you will have heard of, including X-Men Apocalypse, 300, The Day After Tomorrow, and The Badge. Her impressive career also includes consulting for Cirque du Soleil and working with A-list celebrities on magazine sets in Canada. Now, Danielle is excited to share her expertise in communication and on-camera presence with others. So with that, everybody, please, a warm welcome to Danielle. Hey, Danielle.
How are you?
So nice to have you with us today, Danielle. I feel like with your long history, you have so many different things that you're going to be able to show us, and wanted to tell the audience that you have a giveaway that you're going to announce at the end of today's webinar. Can you give a little teaser, a little promotion about what that giveaway is?
Yeah, of course. It's a guide for backstage, something that's, you know, the secret, like you never know when you want to do filming, when you want to do your video, little tips about makeup, hair, dressing, and all those things. So it's a guide called the backstage guide. So we're going to have it at the end of the end of the show. So I'm pretty proud of giving that
that's a very valuable, because you're taking your 35 years of experience working on professional sets, movies and television sets, and giving it to our audience today. So thank you so much. I know everyone will appreciate that. We also have a special discount code that we're going to offer to all of you today for a discount on a paid BIGVU membership that's coming up at the end of the webinar. So with that, let's go ahead and get started with some of the things that I know our audience is excited to learn about. With your background in film and television, just how important is video and branding in corporate world? Because we know video just connects so much quicker, right?
Yeah. This is the most important thing, the video right now. In 2023, it's you have to do video. It's 95% of the people watching video, watching you in video, watching people passing through their message in video. And it's you have to know how to put yourself, you have to not be shy. It's not just for the star, it's for everybody now. You can be a star, and because of you have an iPhone, you have the light, you have your camera, you have a BIGVU that's helping you, like the actor used to have the teleprompter, but now you get it. You have all those things, and it's just not to be shy to do it. It's 5-minute video every week. Do it, and it's very important to pass the message in your business.
Yeah, and no matter what industry, right? Video is good for all industries. Would you agree, Danielle?
Yeah, of course. It's even the smallest business, they have to do a video, and they have to start somewhere, because if nobody knows you, and if you don't know how to present your product, and they don't know your story, you have to talk about your story. And it's very important. And present yourself the way authentically, the most authentically you can be. You cannot look like, you want to look like a star, but look yourself, and just have some little tips that we're going to talk about today. Little tips to look good and not to be shy in front of the iPhone and the camera.
Sure. I mean, everyone wants to connect with their customer, stakeholder, patient, whomever it is their buyer is. And people buy and will participate in your business if they know, like, and trust you. And
Of
being
course.
on video is so much stronger and more powerful than just reading a biography or reading a sales sheet.
Yeah.
So with that, let's get into some of the things
Sure.
that you're going to share with us today. What do you do? And let me know. I know you have a really nice presentation that you're also going to share.
Yeah.
Would you like to pull that up now? And Bruno,
Yeah,
can
we're gonna
help
put
us
it.
out with
We're
getting
gonna put
started
it
with that?
now. We're gonna tell Bruno, and after that, we have question. We're gonna answer the question, because I'm trying to make it easy for everybody. Make it easy to start your first video. Start because a lot of people do 5 video, and after that they stop because they're not ready. Their makeup is not done, and whatever reason, and because they go really, really fast in the beginning, and after that they stop, and that's no good, because if you start something and you stop, it's not good for your business. You have to
You
continue
need
and continue.
consistency.
Of course, and that's the
Okay.
hardest part. And we're going to show the presentation, and yeah, we're going to start.
Okay. And I do want to mention one of our viewers wants to know if there's going to be a replay of this, because they have to leave a little bit early. And yes, this will be on BIGVU's YouTube channel, so you can always come back to see this replay indeed.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do the first slide, Bruno. The second. So the corporate video to enhance the communication. So I'm going to go right away to the third one.
So the agenda, that one, yeah?
Yeah. So yeah, how to know your audience. And it's very, very important when you start. It's just like filming, because my background. I did some film, I did some TV show, and of course, if you do a children's show, it's not the same thing as a big movie or fashion or whatever. So yeah, you have to know, just like you have to know whatever you're selling. If you're an aesthetic or hairdresser or whatever, you have to know your audience, and you have to talk with them and give them advice on something, not always selling some stuff. You have to really, really go and try to give some tips, and they love that, and they're going to follow you, and they're going to want to buy your product, and have a clear objective, what you want to achieve in the long run, not just in 1 month. You cannot just do your video for 1 month, like I was saying, and after that you stop. You have to continue and go with the flow, go with what's going on. It's Saint Valentin, you do a Mother's Day, you go with celebration, you go with stuff like that, depending of your feel, and talk about you, talk about your story, why you do that, why you're the pain of doing stuff or selling your product or whatever. Plan your script, And this is one of the why I start using, I was one of the first customer, I think, in BIGVU in the beginning, because I know I used to watch all the actor, comedian, or announcer have a script. You have a prompter, you talk about whatever. And I know how hard it is to talk about your video, to talk about, you hesitate, you stop, you say what I'm saying, and if you have to redo and redo. Well, if you have a script, that's the most important thing, because you start with your script, and now it's so easy. You can even with BIGVU, they can help you with your text. It can help you. So if you know your text, you have to know after that how to dress, how to do your makeup, depending on what you're talking about. If you talk about sausage in the summertime, barbecue is not the same dressing of if you're doing mechanic and you're selling auto part or whatever you're selling. And how to be confident, and we're going to talk about how to be confident and use visual, use picture inside your video to enhance your video. And of course, I always talk about BIGVU, but BIGVU is one of the most, the tool I use every day. I use it all the time, and I talk about it all the time. That's why I became an expert. But in the French part, but you probably notice I'm French. I have the accent. But you see, today I want to help you start. I want to help make it easy to do your video. And you don't have to look like a star. Of course, I'll give you some tip, but you have to be confident and do it. Just start doing it. And doesn't matter. People like you, even if you're natural. They like you like that. So it's no problem with that.
Danielle, one of our viewers would like to know, when you get started with the scripting, as we just talked about, is there a template or a method that you follow when you're creating your script? And maybe now, if I'm not incorrect, doesn't BIGVU help you write your script using
That's
AI?
It. They have exactly.
So Lisa, who had that question, BIGVU is right there to help you.
Exactly. So it's good to know your beginning, the subject, the first question. So that's a prompt we talk. The first prompt is like, give me an explanation how, let's go for hairdresser. Let's just go. So how to do your makeup for your wedding. So it's going to start doing something. So with the script, the answer is giving you you say, give me more detail, or give me all those things. And it's of course, it's like people say, I'm writing to you, so hopefully it's part. It's got to be. You get to start somewhere. You have to find your title. You have to find your subject, and after that, BIGVU helping you, or you start slow and you just go with that. So we go with the second slide. Like just. I don't know if you're going to do a little introduction, but I can do a little bit of introduction. You did, but I kind of expert after I finished doing all my movie. My last 5 years ago, I did like 5 movies in Montreal, because I was based in Montreal, and I started having a problem with my health, because that's a lot of hours. You know that, Sharon. That's a lot of hours on a TV set, on whatever. And I went back to school in California. With Anthony Robbins to know the knowledge business. And that's where I find out that your knowledge, you can put it on video and you can make money with that. And I say, well, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do for the rest of my life, because I'm good in video and I'm good in giving some tip. And with the year, I did a lot of things. And what I notice the most is people have problem to begin in the first thing, the light, the computer is not at the right place, the telephone is not at the right, just little things.
It can be intimidating at first if you're not
very
used
intimidating. It's not easy. And people say, well, it's easy, do your video. It's not true. Even me every day, I have to push myself and say, I'm doing a video. But when you have your script, when you prepare yourself, we're going to talk about how you prepare yourself. It's just like you're going on a date. You're preparing your date. You're preparing your stuff and you're ready to, you're more confident, and you look at yourself and you do your video. And after that, you start with that. And that's what I
Yes.
decided to do for the rest of my life. I'm going to help people to have confidence and little step, and I'll be there. Because so when you have a business, you have to talk about it, because nobody's going to know you. Nobody's going to know where you are if you don't show yourself. The next
Indeed.
slide. Indeed. You can do the next slide, Bruno.
All right. While we wait for the next slide, it's interesting. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah. So knowing your
Yes.
audience is
Mhm.
always very, very important. And a lot of people, I can ask people, that people who are watching, do you know your audience? I don't know if a lot of people know their audience when they start, but it's the most important thing. If you're selling children toys, well, your audience won't be the children, it's going to be the parents. So you have to be, your message get to go with the parents, and you have to dress the way the parents going to have confidence in you, and show yourself the way the parents, because they're going to get the stuff for their children. The same thing in all kind of tools. So it's, you have to know your audience, and for that you have to do some kind of survey, focus group. If you have a Facebook group, you can do a market research, what they want to hear. You have to really target. See, the niche is got to be. I give you an example, a perfect example. My daughter, she's a psychologist for animal, and she decided to have a school for teaching the learning of the animal, the way they behave and whatever. And in the beginning, I asked her questions just like I ask my customer. So what kind of animal you want to teach? So your video is for cat, for rabbit, for whatever. And she'd say, no, it's for dog. Okay, it's for dog. We know that. So is it for adult dog, old dog, baby dog? Like all those things. I say, no, I want to go in the baby, the first month of the dog, when they get to their parents, their human parents, the first. So I say, okay, your audience now is for people who just got a dog,
A brand
so
new
not
puppy.
the other one. So so everything she does is for the baby dog. So you have to know your audience. So that's the same thing for everybody. And test and refine. Always test and refine. Always continue. You're not going to be good in the beginning, and not even after 10 video. You're going to be good, always going to be better. So you have to continue. Going to go to the next slide.
So we're setting our business goals, maybe, and a lot of people are really wanting to focus on results. I mean, obviously, if you put in all this work to create video and begin a video strategy for your business, whether you're an entrepreneur or you're representing a corporation, you want to have something that you're going for. So how do you, Danielle, decide what success looks like when you're creating a video? Is it how many views? Is it how many emails that came as a result? People interested in your work? How would you advise people describing what a good result or success would be?
It's a good question, because it's not the same anymore. It's not, you don't have to have 1 million views to be a popular one. I would say, if you give a message to your community, if you have a small community, let's say you have a group in Facebook, and you get, let's say in the beginning, you have 100 people. And if they respond and they always interact with you and they ask you a question, they don't going to buy right away, but they're going to want to know more. And what I do webinar every week about a subject. And I see, maybe sometimes it's 6 people, sometimes it's 100 people, sometimes depending, but they always have a replay. And that's the way I gauge. And of course, you don't want to have to succeed right away. You want to have something in the long run. So you have to talk with your people. You have to, they have to know you, basically.
Sure. Sure. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's it. Should we go back to the presentation?
Yeah, that's it. We have the second one, the next one. So of course I was talking about BIGVU. I'm talking a lot about the script because it's a lot of blocking points. It's a pain point, the script. We're going to talk about other stuff painful after, but the script is the first thing, because when you know your script, you know how to look, you know how to be, you know how to talk, you know a lot of things. So that's basically, and that's why I love so much BIGVU, because it makes it easy. And since I guess December, well, I noticed in November they started having a lot of more things. You can edit, you can do subtitle, you can have the intelligent artificial. So, yeah,
you can add music. There's so many
music. It's very easy. See, that's why I'm really attracted to BIGVU. That's why I'm here tonight, because I really like this app. Can go with the next one. I can go with the next one. Okay, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go with the. So you see, we talk about that. You can go with the next one. To the next one, and I'm gonna. Okay, this is very important. This is a very important part. It's the planning and design of your corporation video, because tonight we're talking about corporate video. So of course we're going to talk about with your question and a little bit later, but you have to figure out a lot of things. You have to figure out where I'm going to film this video, because if you're in an office and you're in charge of doing the video, because they put you in charge of doing the video. So you have to think about the timing when I'm doing my video. Is it every Monday morning? Because you have to do a schedule. You have to see the background. Is it people around all the time? You cannot do your video. So you have to think about, do you have a room, a special room? So you have to ask your boss or the person in charge and say, well, I need the room for a video. So you have to have, or create your own, so you can put your background, and depending if you have a big enterprise or small enterprise. And after that,
Danielle, yeah. I wanted to, pardon my interruption, but that's one of the questions from our viewers right now. For someone who is just getting started to make videos, what would be the very basic set of equipment that you would recommend? So maybe it's not a big enterprise. Maybe this is an entrepreneur who is using his or her own money to buy this equipment to help get the videos started. So what would be the basics that you would need?
Well, you need a telephone, and even for your business, even if you have a good enterprise, you have to go to a good iPhone to film, because most of the iPhone right now have a good camera, have a good microphone, have everything. You need a. So you need a trépied. You need something.
A tripod to put the camera. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you do your video in your phone, but you have to know how to bring it to your main computer. But you can also film with your computer. But
right, that's what I was going to say, is BIGVU allows you to use the desktop version of it too, and that's what I do. I film using the desktop version all the time. So I'm typing, and then if I don't like that take, I redo it and redo it again until it's just so. And so you don't. I mean, everybody, we could probably agree, has a smartphone, and these smartphone cameras are incredible. But you're right. Yeah, Regina also prefers to use the computer. I like to use my laptop to create.
Me too. So what I do, I put my laptop on top of a box.
Yes.
I went to the dollar store and I bought a box. So the camera is equal to me. Equal to the eyes. A lot of people, the problem is they put their computer on the table and they look down, so they have circle,
all this
double
we're looking
chin.
at the ceiling. Yeah.
That's not good. I already see too much ceiling. So you put it up like I do now, and I have it equal. You need 2 light. So you can buy that in Amazon right now. I have 2
Yeah.
spot on tripod. That's
I
it.
have this other one I was going to show Danielle. So I bought this light, which is really cool. So that, let's say I'm not in my home office or studio and I
Yeah.
happen to need to use BIGVU, like I was speaking at a conference, but yet a
Yeah.
different conference needed for me to make a video to promote their conference. So in my hotel room, I had my laptop and then I had my little traveling light that easily fits into my backpack.
Yeah.
And I stick it on here and look how nice the light is, right?
Exactly. So I
Now, what about
suggest to have 2.
2 is better?
Yeah, 2 on, 1 on each side.
And should it be at an angle? Because I know I've had people ask when you wear eyeglasses for seeing, sometimes there can be a reflection.
Yeah.
But if
So they
you
put it on the side, not
and
in
then
front of you.
yeah, not direct. Okay.
So when you
One of
have
our
2 light, yeah, but
2
go.
lights. Okay, Danielle, another person wants to ask, how do you change the backgrounds? I see that you're using now yours is very well lit, and so you look it looks very realistic, your background. Sometimes people don't have good lighting and then the background does not look good, the virtual background.
Well, you have to have a real green screen, not a fake green screen. You have to have the real
Oh,
color. Green screen start in movie, because when you do a movie like 300, do you think it's that kind of people in the back? No, it's about 10 people, and they use green screen. They paint everything. The special color of the green screen, you see, I see it there. So it's giving you. So in BIGVU, if you want to film with your your green screen, after that they have a place in BIGVU to take out the green screen and put your picture. So now I took a picture. This is a picture I have in the back. I can change it all the time. So I change my background and I upload picture in BIGVU and I put it in the back. So all my video look in different place in the world. And I don't have to have problem with that. And it's very important to have a good background, to have the
sure.
best background.
Sure. I choose to have Danielle, I am in a big room, but this is not real. It's a real background, but I mean, it's a trifold that I ordered off of Amazon, like a trifold
Okay.
screen. And then
Uh-huh.
this is actually cloth. It looks like a painted wall, but
Wow.
it's cloth that I ordered off
Okay.
Amazon that is uh like what a photographer would use to create a
Exactly.
background. And
That's
it's
what
and
I
it
have, but in green.
yes, there we go. Regina wanted to know what is the light that I use that's really handy. It's from a company called PlexiView. And you know what? I don't know if I can write it in. I can write it in on my other computer. I'll
Yeah.
put the link into the chat.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of good light, and right now
So
it's a lot better and a lot cheaper
sure.
than 2 years ago. And tripod, you can get that in everywhere now, the tripod, depending on the place. But Amazon, you get your product 2 days later,
Yeah.
and you get your setup. I'm all over the world. I always have a setup with my 2 light, my green screen. I can be anywhere in the world.
So
There's
that's it.
no
So 2 lights, laptop, and green screen, and you're
and
good
a
to go.
box and a box
And a box, and a
and a
box.
box.
You know what? Even in the
I
hotel
showed you
room,
my
I didn't
box.
have a box, so I put my laptop. Oh, there you go. In the
So this
hotel
is
room, I took a garbage can and I put it on its side and put the
yeah,
laptop on top of the garbage can. You can make do, right? So
yeah, that's
so
it.
for our viewer, those are the minimums. 2 lights,
Yeah,
green screen,
and
or
a
if you
box.
can't do the green screen, at least set up or like maybe non-distracting background, or what would you advise,
Yeah,
Danielle?
well, depending where you are. Yeah, exactly. You have to put something very neutral because people's gonna look in the back. If you have some clothing, if you have some stuff, take it off and put a plant. Do a setup. Do some
Yeah.
tests. Film yourself. Even if it's sometimes I have a place that's only white. So I go and I look in a house. I put a guitar. I put a frame, a picture of something, I put it in the back. And you can redo. You see, there's no excuse. You can redo it all over. You just need a corner. You just need this space. For the rest,
Sure.
you should see my room. It's full of stuff, and I'm all over the place. So
Danielle, you mentioned a few minutes ago something that people don't love watching themselves on camera.
yeah.
So, how do you help build confidence for people to get in front of the camera?
Well, it's just like I always give the example when you go on a dinner with let's say a new date or a new person you don't know, or you just meet, I don't know, a new people. You were invited. What do? You put your nice makeup, you put your nice hair, you put your nice dress, and you're more confident because you're going to go meet those people and you look your best. So it's the same thing. You do a minimal, you comb your hair, you do so, you put some jewelry, a little bit, a nice little chain like we do, and a lipstick for the woman, cheeky stuff, for the man, a nice shirt. You're more
Ironed, right?
yeah, Aaron. You're more confident when you meet a new person. So it's the same thing because the camera is like you're meeting new people, but you don't see them. You just pretend they're there, but they're not there. So it's amazing. Just preparing yourself and thinking about your video, thinking about your setup, thinking about all those things, you get 100% more confidence because you prepare 10 minutes before or half an hour before. And it's very important, just like the actor. Why you do makeup and hair and all those things in a room before, because you get your character, you get your personage to go doing your stuff in camera. So we're gonna go with
if this is a corporate video, you want to look professional, right?
Exactly. So it's building the confidence of just putting your jacket, putting some lipstick for the woman, go for the guy, comb your hair, go in the mirror, look at yourself, take a powder, because we were going to talk about it, not to shine, not to have your face all shiny on camera. And they say, well, it's girly stuff, but no, you just put a transparent powder to mattify everything, because you cannot touch up the shine in the face. And I swear it gives you the power to do your video, because it's some kind of exercise you do in your brain.
Sure.
And
a process.
And the thing is, a lot of people say, well, I have to do all those things before I do my makeup, before I do my video. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's your job. Yeah.
Marwan would like to know, if you're a teacher or a professor, would you potentially use bookshelves or something like that for your background that helps to show who you are as a professional?
Exactly. So it's the best, a library in the back, something, but don't put your window in the back. Put your window in the front. Don't put that's a lot of people say, well, I got a nice a nice window in the back. No, don't do that, because it's the backlight and it's not good.
You'll look like you're in the witness protection program.
Exactly.
Or a crime movie where they're hiding your face because the backlighting, right?
Yeah. Turn yourself. So we can go back to the slide.
Let's go back to the slides, Bruno.
A little bit. The next one. So this is a green screen. So some people, I don't know if everybody knows about green screen, because it's something that was of course, used in the cinema to take out everything. But it's amazing. It's not very expensive on Amazon. Take it larger. It's like a sheet, to go on. So I roll it. I put in my suitcase, and go to the next slide. You see what it does after I take out the green screen. So this
look at that. Yeah, that looks nice.
So I can be everywhere. I can have a castle if I want to talk about luxury stuff. I can be and whatever. And if I want to talk about summer stuff, even if it's winter outside, I can have a tropical background, and it's good for you. It's good to see yourself in other setup. So try it on BIGVU. You go on change your background and download your picture and try it. See, that's one of the setup.
Oh, look at
I use
that.
it a lot, and
Oh,
it's
that's
very
nice.
basic, very lofty, artistic stuff. And you can go to all the free image on Pixabay or Pixel,
Mhm.
and go and say loft, artistic loft, luxury stuff, luxury apartment, and you're gonna get some nice background like that. Put it in a file, and put it in BIGVU for when you do your green screen, and you'll see it's amazing. So go with the next slide. So
Real quick,
yeah,
before we move away from the background, just really quickly, one person would like to know about preparing the green screen.
yeah,
Oftentimes, if you order it from Amazon or something, it shows up all wrinkled. And
mhm,
so either steam it, right? I would be careful about putting a hot iron in case
yeah.
you burn or the green changes.
But
But making sure it's nice and smooth. Sandro wants to know, how do you keep from having a shadow on your green screen? He says he uses one, but my front facing lights cause a shadow, which then creates a
that's a very good
static when I
question.
replace it. Oh,
I have some light, some little lamp. I put it in the back.
oh, behind you?
So behind me. So
Okay.
it's light the green screen. Because of course, if you have too much light in the front, the green screen is dark. So I put some regular lamp to light the green screen, and that does the job.
Okay.
That's what I did today. I have two light in the front and two lamp in the
And
back,
oh, look at that. Okay.
and that does the job. And one thing for the wrinkle stuff, what I do, because I used to do that when I used to be on set, I put everything in Ziploc. So what I think everybody's got an IKEA somewhere. You have some in the United States, IKEA? Do you have some, Charlie,
EKR, not
IKEA?
sure.
No, but it's something, because you have to put it on something. You cannot glue it on the wall. And there's a lot of question. A lot of people say, "Well, I don't have something to put it." So I'm talking about IKEA because they have some kind of thread in metal,
Oh,
and I
IKEA.
put it in the back.
Sorry,
Sorry, I'm French.
IKEA. No, gotcha. Yes, we have IKEA. Sorry, I
So I
didn't
guess
get that. Yes,
everywhere it's
yes, yes,
got IKEA.
indeed.
So you go get it's really, they put it, you put
Your
your skirt,
drapes or
whatever.
something,
It's
like
it's
curtains on?
metal. It's a curtain stuff. It's like
Oh,
and you buy it only there. You
okay,
only
like
buy
a
it there.
cable almost.
Like a cable, exactly, like a metal
Okay.
cable, and it's really long, so you can put it in a lot of place. And you just have to put two screw, and after that you put some some pin that you use, some little pin, and that's it. And after that, when I am finished, I put everything away. I roll it. I
Oh,
put in
roll it to keep from the wrinkles.
roll it,
Yeah.
exactly, roll it.
Okay.
Put all my pin and my thread inside in the Ziploc, and I got everything together, because it's all over the
Nice.
place sometimes. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. All right. Now let's move on to the next section.
Thank you, Lisa, for you love my accent. I'm happy. Okay, reflect your personality for your brand. It's very important to tone and reflect your personality. If don't try to be something else, somebody else. Be yourself, and that's we have. Okay, so we're gonna go faster. So be yourself. People like you the way you are. Like my daughter. Let's go back to my daughter. She worked with baby dogs, and she have a hat on and everything. She doesn't try to be somebody else. She's like that. And I told her, well, mom, no, you're even my customer. I say, be yourself, and people's gonna love. It's gonna be attracted to you, not to. Don't try to be an actress or somebody else. You're not in the TV show. You're in your place. So you can go with the next one. Dress, we talk about that. Dress up properly. If you do corporate, of course, it's good to have a little suit or a little shirt. Just a suit is very easy to bring in your suitcase. Just put it on with a t-shirt. Sometimes you don't have to have a. For a woman, you can have like a white and beige. It's very neutral. Be neutral. If your personality can go with bright color, because you have to feel comfortable. If you can go with bright, it's just like lipstick. If you want to have a red lipstick, but it's not you never wear a red lipstick and a red shirt like me, I cannot go with the red or the bright color because I don't gonna feel right. I'm gonna look at myself in the video. I say, oh, that's not me. I'm not feeling good, so I won't do a good video. That's basically what it is. So you have to have your, dark, neutral color, a little jewelry. We can go with the next one. You can see the next slide. For the makeup, you see, do something. Of course, even your skin, you have to do a little foundation, brush it off, little cheeky, mascara, a little gloss. That's like minimal, but just to hide the dark circle, because a lot of people, that's not good. It's just brighten your face. Even if you brighten your face, if you put light color, like lighter foundation in the front of your face, with the light, you're going to look 10 years younger. And that's basically what it is. If you put too dark color, too dark makeup, you try to be bronzy. No, that's not good. You better go with lighter color. So let's go with the next one. Grooming hair. For the man, comb your beard. Just put a gel or some oil and just, slick. If you use green screen on top of that, if you're all over the place, it's going to show. So you see that nice lady, we have our hair pretty slick. You don't want to go all over the place. For the men, I see that so much in the video, they don't comb their beard. They forget they comb their hair, but not their beard. And that's a big thing. You have to really look slick. And you see this guy, it's perfect look. Dark shirt, beard, little bit of hair. You can do a video like that. It's see, white and black is always a good thing. You can go with the next one. The Swedish, my pronunciation of the IKEA is Swedish. Thank you, Regina. Look confident, relax, stand up, make eye contact with the camera. That's why we talk about the box. The box that's good to look up, to make your camera. Don't look down. Never look down. Even with you better take your phone and put it up. And the light something lower, you're gonna have dark circle. You don't want dark circle. Go older. You don't want that. Okay, let's go with the next one. But we talk about that too. Good light. You see the circle that's there? They sell that in a lot of places now. So even if you use your computer, you can have that circle. And that circle, what that does, it gives an even light all over.
Yeah,
that's why I use
everywhere.
Everywhere now, even in a dollar. So you can put your video, your light, and is the color of the light is important. You have to have your color more cold than warm. They use Dell right now. The light is more cold. If it's too warm, sometimes it's give you funny look. So you have to use cold light. So you can go to a lot of places they sell light, and you can use those kind of light also. If you don't have the money and it's stopping you, you buy a light bulb, two light bulb on the lamp, and you can have on the side your light. And it's very important for natural light. Go to the next. Speak clearly, very important. Make sure your speech is slow, clear, and understood. You have to talk slow. Take some time. You see, one thing that's good with BIGVU is you can, take your speed up and down and up and down. And I'm sure you know, when you know your speed, you keep it, but try a couple of times to have it faster, or don't speak too fast. Don't speak too fast. People want to, you should take time. Each phrase you talk, you take your time, you continue, and it's going to help you to have confidence. It's going to help you not to be so stressed. It's going to help you because you're breathing, you're taking a long phrase, you're kind of dancing with the phrase. Continue. Eye contact. Okay, a lot of people ask me, where do I look in the camera? Where do I look in the phone? Is a lot of people ask me that. And you see, for my camera, you have a little green spot right in the center where you look. That's where you look up, sometimes green screen, and you're gonna control. If you take your phone, but the camera is right in the middle there, so you have to look not. If you have your camera reverse, it won't be done. So most of the time you take your camera like that, and you take your camera this way. So this is what it is, eye contact. It's very important. A lot of people look all over the place, and you have to have the contact. Go to the next one. Yeah, we just talked about that, the position, depending on what you're using. If you do Instagram or Reel or what, it's not the same format. You have to know your format. You have to know where you're going to put your video. So that's another thing with BIGVU. You can calibrate your slide. You can have a square, you can have a longer version, and after that you put it all over. But you have to know where you're going to put it. Go to the next one. So now get ready to film your video, because people are waiting for your message. Can you imagine knowing so much stuff about what you know and don't talk about that? Don't tell nobody about it. And that's what I learned in my course with Anthony Robbins. And he say, it's a shame not to tell people, or not to sell your knowledge, and keep it for yourself. And help people, for other people that have other knowledge, but get knowledge of something, and you have to talk about it. And the passion's going to develop, and you're going to have the product that match that. And if you are corporate video, but talk about where a new product, tell your employee, if you're the boss, tell your employee how beautiful they are positive, you're happy with them. If your work is to do the video for the company, but do an interview with your boss, do an interview at your employee. That's a good point, and talk about their succeed, what they like, what they want to talk about, what the product they like in the company, why they work in the company. That's what it is. So we can go for the question, because the rest is editing, and we talk about that, and I want to keep some time for the question.
Sure. Yeah. So one of the questions, and I've actually not done this, and Bruno, I know you just put an answer in the question about, can you use the actual teleprompter feature when you're live streaming on LinkedIn, Facebook?
Yeah.
I've only ever used it for recording, but I've never tried it live. Have you ever done it live, Danielle?
I tried it one time because it's brand new and it's not been there for a long time, and I used it one time, and it does a great job. I have some of my customers using it. I have a woman who's selling her service, and she do live with BIGVU, and she take this week. I have this. She sells service and appointments. So she said, this week she's doing a live with her customer. And that's a good feature. That's a very, very good feature.
I have another question that I know I've been asked this before, and I think I may have seen it in the comments. For a corporate video that maybe you're going to put on your company's LinkedIn channel, maybe on your company's website,
Yeah.
how long do you think
Hmm.
a video like that would be? Maybe it's an introduction video about what your company brings to the world. Like, what would
Yeah.
be a recommended length?
Well, now it used to be a long video. It used to be storytelling and all those things. But now it's better to do more 5-minute video about one team, about one thing, one success story, one. But of course, if you're doing the story of the company, you can go with 15 minutes, but not more than that. You can even we build academy for people. We build school online, and when people do their video for the class, it's 5 minutes. It's one video and one tips or one action to do, and a call to action, and you go and you give an advice on one thing or one story. 5 minutes. I'd say
Gotcha. Yeah,
five
because
minutes.
people have very short attention spans, right?
Exactly, and that's why short is so big right now in YouTube. 1 minute. 1 minute is, and you do a lot of 1 minute, and you're gonna be instead of having 1 30 minutes, you do 31 minutes.
Exactly. I just see Sherry, I saw you ask. I did post the link to that light, and I'm just posting it again now. So it's called it's plexicam.com, and then it's the light kit. So you should be able to see it there. Okay, yes. So minutes, the ideal length. So no more than like more videos, but shorter, like 5 minutes, no
Exactly.
more than 5 minutes,
No.
because people don't stay too long.
No,
Right.
because it's well known that people stay there in the beginning, and you have to have the attention right away. You have to
Mhm.
not say, "Hello, how you doing? I'm this and that." No, you go straight to the point. You go say,
Get to the content.
"Today we're gonna talk about the light and video." I'm sure you have problem with that. You see, you start with something, and people say, "Oh, yeah, I do have problem with that. I'm gonna stay in the video." So what I find about the light in the video, it's I build two light. I put two light in front of me, and let me show you. Sling, sling, sling. You stop the video,
Ah,
and I will put the link under my video, and you can have an affiliate link for this kind of product, and you show what your experience is with this. Like my daughter, what she does, she say, "Well, let me show you how to. Your dog is whoop 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 all the time. Let me show you what to do in 5 minutes." She's got a ton of people in 5 minutes.
gotcha.
People want to do that.
Okay. Well, with that, I think that we are just about to wrap up. And before we go, we do have some special giveaways. And we're very, very excited. Danielle, this ebook that you have created gives everything we talked about today and a lot more, right?
Yeah, and it's the link also inside. So if you want to talk with me in private, I give 30 minutes free. If you have some question about a lot of things. So I have my link inside we probably will put it. I think Bruno is putting
There
the
it
link. Yeah,
is.
BIGVU Pro. So we did English BIGVU Pro. We have the authorization with BIGVU to have a special department for professional, and the ebook is a ton of information about everything we talk about and more, like you say. And I will give it to you because I want to give something. I like to give stuff.
There we go. Yeah, I'm scanning the QR code right now for the book.
Okay,
It's in
cool.
the chat, as well as actually the QR code is right here on the screen, right over
Yeah,
there. So that's another way and you can also read more about Danielle on her the link, so you can learn more about Danielle from her website.
yeah. So we will
Oh,
also, because I do have a link inside the book for, like I say, because I know a lot of people don't always ask questions, and they have questions. Oh yeah, what I want to know. But you get 30 minutes of my time, so It's a good 30 minutes. You will learn a lot.
Excellent.
If
Yeah.
you want to start doing your video, and you have to start doing your video.
So start doing your videos. Feel prepared to do so by downloading and reading Danielle's excellent book that has her whole career's worth of tips so that you can look like a pro when you do your corporate video. And then my giveaway is we're going to give you $20 off of the paid plan on BIGVU right now if you click on the link that we're going to pop into the chat here. So there is the free version of BIGVU that lots of people use successfully, but there are so many more features available in the paid version. It is like having an entire television studio right here in your phone or on your laptop. So with that, we're taking $20 off for you to give it a try. I promise you, once you use it a couple times, you'll be like, oh my gosh, why didn't I do this earlier? And as a professional speaker, I'm constantly making promo videos, like promotional videos for the events that I'm going to be speaking at. BIGVU is the way we're doing it every single time. It is such a great addition to your toolbox as a professional.
I don't know how can I do it without it. That's basically what it is. I use it every day. I use it for all my video. Everything you see in my video in French and English, I do with BIGVU. I think the QR code was people say it's too small. Maybe
it's Bruno a little bit small.
Maybe Bruno can put the link of I didn't even know we have a QR code. But
yeah, there is the link, because if people are watching it on their phone, Danielle, the QR code is so small. Yeah, but we have the QR code is also available on the link, I believe. Yeah, and you can also scroll back up and down in the messages, wherever you're watching, whether you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching on Facebook, you can also go back and look for the link.
Yeah, I think you're gonna put it. Usually, you put it under the video or the replay.
Yeah, it's available.
Put all the links, so I think everybody is available there. Yeah, that was very fun, and I hope I help a lot of people with my little tips. But if you start with that, you can go a long way, and you can start, be visible.
Yeah.
And,
let's get out there for sure.
Yeah, I want to see all your video.
Excellent. Well, Danielle, thank you so much. It has been a true pleasure speaking to such a professional with so much vast experience. I know that all of our viewers today have learned so much, as have I. So thank you very much for sharing your knowledge with us, Danielle.
And that's my pleasure, and always a good pleasure to talk about this important thing. If you have a business, you have to do video.
All right. Thanks again. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. We will see you next time here on BIGVU.
Yeah. Ciao.
Now more than ever before, the way you communicate can make or break your career. Hi, I'm Sharon Delaney McLeod. I'm a television journalist turned speaker and facilitator, working with leaders and their teams to amplify their impact. In our hybrid world, it's crucial to connect with each other in meaningful ways. In fact, new research shows that effective communication has become the most vital competency and non-negotiable skill that modern leaders must flex to keep their teams engaged and productivity high. I invite you to follow my content for professional development best practices, podcasts, articles, and videos that will help you drive business results. I look forward to partnering with you in person or virtually to level up what I call your power skills. Hit the link below